Lauren Gray has had a massive achievement. Pokimane has confirmed her relationship status. A video has emerged of David Dobrik making inappropriate comments about a child, and of course it's the return of the thing with the comments. All this plus, were you silenced? Or were you silent? Wait. On this week's edition of YouTuber News, hosted by me, Benedict Townsend, and brought to you by PopBuzz, the only website that's waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing ever stayed the same. Our first story, Lauren Gray has had a massive achievement. Now, Lauren Gray, as I'm sure you're already aware, is a hugely popular and successful TikTok star, and one of its longest standing stars. She's stayed successful all the way back since TikTok was Musical.ly. Remember Musical.ly? Remember Musical.ly? Was this the thing? I'm already Tracer.
Maybe I'll be Winston.
And now, as well as her legions of followers on every platform, almost as many as me, Lauren can add a new achievement to her CV, or as Americans would say, her resume. Her song Queen, which is actually her third single, and which was actually released all the way back in 2018, has been used in a video by the official Olympics channel. This is news. Lauren was very excited and tweeted, quote, "The Olympics actually just used my song to showcase an Olympic gold medalist figure skater and her incredible story. I'm gonna go cry now." And yes, indeed, there's an official video with a German ice skater and gold medalist showing off her incredible work, as well as some other incredible female athletes as part of a celebration of International Women's Day. All in all, a nice little positive story to kick off the show, and I'm sure things will stay positive all the way to the end. Never has before, but first time for everything. You know what the absolute worst TikTok trend of the moment is? And I'll tell you this as well. It's set to some weird Eminem song, and it's like everyone wants a hard-working boyfriend until, and then they go like, and it says like, he's always at work, and it's like, it sends shivers down my spine. It's really gross. Please stop doing that. Our second story, Pokimane has confirmed her relationship status after being asked about it endlessly. Now, despite being an incredibly famous streamer, Pokimane has done a pretty good job of keeping her personal life out of the public eye. And naturally, this has only galvanized the nosiest and horniest members of the internet who have been asking her incessantly if she's single, as if she's going to answer, "No, I have a partner. And it's you! Congratulations! All it took was asking!" Like, I feel that's the logic of people online. They're like, if I just keep reminding a person they're single, they'll remember that they want to date me, Craig, the guy with the Michael Scott avatar. And by the way, nothing wrong with Michael Scott. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yes, Pokimane has answered the question. She took to Twitter and said, and I quote, "Single by the way," before adding, quote, "Not looking," heart emoji, "just tired of seeing the same question/assumption over and over, lol," which means lots of love. So there we have it. Good luck, Simps. So, am I pronouncing that right? I've only ever seen it written down. Our third story, things just keep getting worse for David Dobrik's reputation. Now, he's already under fire for past behaviour towards former members of the Vlog Squad, among other things, as I covered on the last episode, as well as previous episodes. I think I first covered this story last summer, in fact. And the fallout has been a long time coming. And now, a new compilation video has emerged of David making inappropriate sexual jokes around children, including towards Jason Nash's son, who was 10 years old at the time. In one clip, Jason is heard talking about the size of the boy's private parts, and then David and Jason have an extended conversation about it. There's also other clips, including one where a young, just super young girl is standing near a pole, like just a structural load-bearing pole, and David starts joking as if she's going to pole dance, and there's yet another clip where he puts a young boy on the spot and asks him if he knows how babies are made. Now, all of these clips are taken from different videos and different contexts, but obviously don't look very good for David and won't do very much to help his general reputation, which has dipped pretty low recently in the eyes of many fans. And there's also been another development in this general story, specifically the story to do with him and members of the Vlog Squad. A former member of the Vlog Squad, Dua Dom, has come out against David saying, quote, "Just because someone might think they're fine with it the first day and then a year later they're not fine with it, doesn't mean you can discredit it." And this is specifically referring to the so-called prank that David did on Seth Francois, the sort of kissing prank. If you want all the information on that, we covered it in a previous episode where we covered all the allegations against David. But this is interesting. This is a former member of the Vlog Squad specifically calling out David and saying, look, if someone consents to be part of something, a prank, one time, You know, that doesn't mean that that lasts forever. People are allowed to change their mind. People are allowed to be uncomfortable with things. Dom also speaks about previous videos he was involved with when he was in the Vlog Squad. He calls some of them, quote, blatantly racist, and he apologizes for both being involved in them and for not speaking out at the time. And he also adds, quote, these pranks, these bits have repercussions on people. So nice to see a Vlog Squad member come out and say, look, yeah, it was wrong what I did, shouldn't have done that. You know, not just immediately jumping to self-defense or defending David, saying, look, maybe something I did was wrong. Maybe I didn't think it was wrong at the time, but in hindsight it is wrong. It's nice to see that kind of self-awareness, and it's been received quite well as a result. Either way, as things unfold, we'll keep you informed. And with that, we come to the end of the news segment, thank God, and onto the bit that everyone's been waiting for, the thing where I read comments out loud. Last week, I asked you a question, and that question is, what's the matter? And a lot of you have answered on YouTube, and I appreciate that, so I'll look at some of the comments right now. Marina says, the matter is the rat's been too silent, and I'm afraid of his future plans and schemes. You and me both, Marina. You and me both. What other forms of tiny clothing is he planning to stitch? Aoife McN, and yes, I am very impressed with myself that I know how to pronounce Aoife, says, the matter is that you never say a certain phrase anymore. And I feel personally victimized by this. And the phrase in question is, I'm Benedict Townsend. I want to be your friend. And if you've never seen that before, you'll be in for a real shock. It's a parody of a song by this singer, whose name Erica Costello. Melissa O says, the matter is, I'm not entirely sure there is a factory that makes factories. I imagine there are many factories that make many different parts of a factory. It's possible there's another factory that assembles the subparts from the many factories to create a factory. I don't want to disappoint everyone, but I'm not entirely educated on the whole factory making process, that's evident, which makes me wonder how the first factory was made without the other factories. That's what's the matter. Well, this is known as the factory scenario. You know, what came first, the factory or the factory that makes factories? Do you know what I mean? Because you can't have one without the other. And of course, the first factory was made by God.
What about evolution?
Oh, yeah. Factories evolved, Amber. That's ridiculous. Clearly it was Christ. Ella Platt Goldstein says, the matter is that we haven't seen Suki in over 2 episodes, and I'm going through cute cat withdrawal. All right, let's do a quick cat slideshow. And that is the end of the comment section. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this has been YouTuber News, which airs every week on YouTuber News. Which airs every week on Snapchat Discover and also on YouTube.com. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It is, of course, the best way to get brand new episodes of the show. You can do it by hitting subscribe on YouTube or by swiping up on the last snap of this story on Snapchat. Couldn't be easier, just a simple swipe up. If you've enjoyed today's episode, and if you've enjoyed it, please could you hit like. It is by far the best way to support the show, and so is leaving a fun comment down below. And oh my goodness, I forgot to ask you a question. Here's a question that you need to answer for next week's episode. Tell me about a time you overcame a challenge, and I'll be marking very strictly on this. And not a TikTok challenge or a music.ly challenge. I'm talking about a real life challenge, you know, like something on Vine or something. Thank you so much for tuning in to see me, Benedict, or as people on TikTok call me, where do I know you from? I recognize, where do I know your face from? Do you do something? Nice to see that I make a real impression on people. Enough that they're 5% aware that they know my face, but cannot remember what they've seen me in. I'll see you next week. Have a good week. And remember, never stop simping. Samping? Somping.